Led Zeppelin was like a big bang.
Excess to excess.
They had power.
You need the cooling,
80,000 people. Atlanta was 49,000. The opening day.
Not the greatest rock music of all time.
Is Jimmy Page an amazing guitar player? Yes.
When people talk about the greatest riffs in the history of Led Zeppelin, the conversation usually drifts toward Whole Lotta Love, Kashmir, or Black Dog. But hidden inside the crashing waves of their 1973 anthem lies one of Jimmy Page's most explosive creations. Not just a riff, a weapon. A groove so massive, so swaggering, that it sounded less like a guitar part and more like the sound of rock music kicking down a door. The opening of the ocean arrives like a thunderclap. Page doesn't ease into the song, he attacks it. That jagged stop-start riff swings with impossible confidence. Heavy, loose, dangerous.
Is Jimmy Page an amazing guitar player? Yes.
It's built on power chords, but there's something almost funky underneath it. The rhythm stumbles forward with drunken precision, driven by the monstrous pulse of John Bonham.
You've got two amazing frontmen in the group. You've arguably got an amazing third frontman in the drummer.
She's only 4 years old, but it's a real fine star.
It was an astonishing feat. You know, the drummer from hell, where did he come from?
Every pause feels deliberate. Every hit lands like a hammer against steel.
He was the guy who stopped it being just another rock band, really. At least in its performance, the writing. I mean, Jimmy's approach was so unique, and is so unique. But I mean, Bonzo's whole delivery was the thing that made it what it is.
When the mountains washed away.
But what makes the ocean truly extraordinary is the way Page manipulates tension. The riff breathes. It jerks backward, then lunges forward again. The spaces between the notes are just as important as the notes themselves. Most guitarists would have filled every second with noise. Page understood something deeper. Groove is born from restraint. That was the genius of Jimmy Page. He wasn't simply writing riffs. He was orchestrating impact. By 1973, Led Zeppelin had already conquered the world. Albums were selling in the millions. Stadiums were overflowing. Yet Page still played with the hunger of a man trying to prove something.
The 1973 US tour, which was off the back of the House Only album, is the tour where Led Zeppelin went from being a very good rock band to a complete rock institution. The first two dates in Atlanta and Tampa, they played to 90,000 people. Atlanta was 49,000. The opening day of a US tour, that's a phenomenal amount of people.
The ocean captures that restless energy perfectly. Raw, aggressive, playful, and utterly alive.
My favourite track on that album is actually The Ocean, which we play live. And there's a superb version on the How the West Was Won live version of it, which we copied as closely as we can. The drummer enjoys himself on that one. It's just a fantastic track.
And beneath the heaviness, there's sophistication. The riff constantly dances around Bonham's rhythm.
Here is the guy who's the glue that holds it all together. So he was, you know, kind of an eminence gris in a way. You know, he didn't draw attention to himself in the obvious ways, but just as with the others, without him there couldn't have been any Led Zeppelin.
While John Paul Jones locks the entire groove together with a bass line that feels both fluid and immovable.
I think is one of the highlights for John Paul Jones. John Paul was a great arranger as well as a fantastic musician. He was somebody who knew how to add colour and even orchestral colour.
Above it all, Robert Plant delivers vocals filled with reckless joy, turning the song into a celebration of the band's connection with their audience. The ocean being the sea of fans in front of them every night. But then comes the twist. After all the crushing weight and swagger, the song suddenly transforms into a bright, almost doo-wop inspired finale. It's playful, unexpected, nearly absurd, and somehow, it works perfectly.
The fact that Zeppelin at this point were playing bigger and bigger venues, obviously, particularly in the States, the typical American enormo domes, and I think Robert Plant described them because they were just so big as the houses of the holy, as if they were sort of giant cathedrals.
That contrast was Led Zeppelin's magic. They could be devastatingly heavy one moment, then charmingly loose the next. Few bands ever balanced power and spontaneity so naturally. For Jimmy Page, the ocean represented the full spectrum of his artistry. The riff is enormous but never mechanical, complex but never self-indulgent, heavy but still swinging with bluesy human feel. Decades later, guitarists still chase that sound, that swagger, that impossible combination of brutality and groove.
Textures and not just the music, but the spirit of the music that other artists had already gone ahead of him to try, and he was following them and trying to take the journey one step further.
Because the ocean isn't merely one of Jimmy Page's best riffs, it's the sound of Led Zeppelin at the peak of their powers.
Definitely the best band of the era that at least got into the public eye at interpreting other people's songs.
Four musicians moving like a single force of nature.
Led Zeppelin was like a big bang. Excess to excess. Not the greatest rock music of all time.
Crashing forward with unstoppable momentum, like the ocean itself.
They had power, they had finesse, they had emotion.